Colorado High School Activities Association football is on B106 and B106.com. Tonight from Legion Field in Fort Morgan is the home opener for the Mustangs as they host the Falcons. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast. Brian Nickel along with my partner, Kevin Rohde. Kevin getting ready here for another beautiful night here at Legion Field as the Fort Morgan Mustangs, I said, host the Falcons out of the 3A Southern League. I believe they have dropped down from 4A ranks from last year. So this could be a good battle for the Mustangs tonight.
And I think the thing that we're seeing most when we're playing the former 4A opponents is going to be the size of the line and just the overall size of the kids. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be more athletic, but they're going to have more size. I had the opportunity to go watch Longmont play a couple games. Their offensive line is rather large, and they played Greeley West in one of their games. That's a 4A team, and they just had a lot of weight and a lot of bulk up front. But I think the Mustangs proved last week that they have some bulk and some strength up front. They didn't have quite the big openings that we did last year, but then we weren't playing, Weld Central, Skyview, and so forth. Although I did notice, speaking of Skyview, I did notice that Skyview beat one of our new league mates, Centaurus, in week 1. So I guess we may have some easy competition down the road there.
Have one or two, but I think it'll be a better schedule this year, especially our preseason or non-conference games as we will look at Holy Family next week and then Berthoud after that.
Absolutely.
So it'll be fun, that's for sure. Getting some better competition as the season goes on. So getting the coin toss now. The Falcons last week beat Far Northeast 20-12.
If you're scratching your head wondering who Far Northeast is, that's Montbello in the Denver Public Schools League.
Okay.
But they're a 5A school, so that's something to beat a 5A school, even if it's the worst 5A school, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So it looks like Fort Morgan, I think Falcon won the toss and elected to kick off, so Fort Morgan will start the game on offense.
And that's what we like to see, the Mustangs on the scoreboard early.
Give them a chance to do their thing. The Fort Morgan Mustangs starting lineup was brought to you by Cargill. Cargill is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. Starting offense for the Mustangs tonight is number 2, Austin Breidenbach, number 7, Dalen Knapp, number 13, Trey McBride, running back number 20, Tate Kimball, running back number 21, George Perea, receiver Cade Bulis. Offensive line is number 61, Isaiah Celestino, number 62, Eric Carrillo, number 63, Colton Carpenter, number 73, Jorge Ramos, and number 75, Nate Cage.
A little bit of a change. They've just got a single back deep for Fort Morgan, and it's number 3, Donovan Moya, sophomore. And they got Tate up on the left side. Maybe the guy just doesn't kick very deep.
Gets the foot into it. You're right. It's not very deep, and it's going to come to Tate Kimball at about the 18, the 20, the 25, the 30, and that's going to be, he'll get just across the 30. The opening kickoff is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote.
Falcon did a good job of spreading out and kind of playing good coverage, not letting Tate get downfield. And their nose guard's a big one. Is that 50? Looks like he goes, well, no, it's got to be someone else.
So Fort Morgan in single back set. Dalen Knapp rolls out to his right. Pass out into the flat to McBride. It's a 35 to 40. And he has enough for the first down as he gets it across out to about the 43-yard line. So nice rollout and catch there by Knapp and McBride.
Yeah, and he was just rolled out, and I think that caught him by surprise. Who would scout Fort Morgan and expect him to come out throwing first play?
So 1st and 10 from their own 43 are the Mustangs. Flex formation as they send Tate in motion. rolls out to his right, out to his left, and brought down in the backfield is Austin Breidenbach. He took the direct snap.
And he played some quarterback last year, and I wondered whether they were going to try and get a little fancy with some different looks.
Caught in the backfield, and that was a loss of about 5, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 15 from the 37. Knapp shotgun formation for the Mustangs, and Nate Cage got a little antsy and took off before the snap, so that'll set him back another 5. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 20.
Certainly not what coach is looking for on the sidelines, for them to put themselves in a hole after a positive first play. But let's see how they respond to a little adversity on 2nd and 20.
So we got tight trips to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Knapp rolls out, gets it out to Tate Kimball, and he is going to be brought down at a short gain. Let's see if they mark him at about the 34-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of about 2. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 18 from the 34. So Knapp getting a little passing time here tonight early on in the game. So now a full house backfield for the Mustangs. Now they split George Perea wide left and Cade Bulis also wide left. Going to be a handoff to Tate Kimball over that right side. Gets it out across the 40. But he's going to be about 8 yards short of a first down as he gets it out to about the 44-yard line. So the Mustangs forced to punt here on their first possession. 4th and 9 from the 43.
Got that first down passing and then tried to get a little bit of fanciness in there, and sometimes that doesn't really work, and maybe we'll go back to some smash mouth Fort Morgan football on second drive.
So Tate Kimball in the punt formation, stands about the 30. Waits for the snap. Snap back, little high, jumps to get it. Puts his foot into it. Nice kick down this left sideline. Hits at about the 25 and is going to roll dead right at about the 20-yard line. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Falcons. As Fort Morgan had to punt on their first possession.
And we will see what Falcon has up their sleeve. I don't think they'll come out and try anything uncharacteristic. They'll probably run their option until Fort Morgan can stop it.
See if we can. They have a light gray number on their white shirts, kind of tough to see. So they're in a flex formation also. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And that looks like it's going to be a gain of about 5 out to the 25.
That's 40 Carson Bush, their kind of go-to guy from what we can tell from the little stats we have. Most teams post their stats on Max Preps, and looks like maybe Bush is the only guy from the team, and he put his own on there.
So 2nd and 5, Falcon, as they are under center. And the quarterback keeps it. Now it's going to be a pitch. And knocked out of bounds. Hopefully not that kind of not really a late hit out of bounds, so nothing thrown there. But it's going to be short of the first down. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 3. About 3rd and 2 it looks like, out about the 28.
Right.
So still in the flex formation, one receiver split wide left. As the quarterback looked like he's going to change the play. It's like Zion Littlejohn maybe is the quarterback. And he comes back, and the pass is going to be over the intended receiver. And that will bring up a 4th down and 3. So they got a little bit away from their what had got them no less than at least 3 yards on their running play, but
right, and I want to comment on that second play where he made the pitch. The cornerback who has that running back went for the quarterback, and that's why he was able to get the few yards that he got. And that's that assignment football that we need to watch for.
So snap back, end over end kick, and that is going to hit at about the 30 and bounce. Tate Kimball's going to pick it up at the 25, and he's going to go down at about the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Let's see where they finally put the ball, so both teams stall on their first possessions.
Fort Morgan definitely suffered on some field position on that punt. The wind must be blowing a little bit out of the west. Looking at the flag, not really. So they punted into the wind and gained about 10 yards on that.
So 8:37 left to go here, first period. No scores. Fort Morgan in the full house backfield, and they're going to Dalen Knapp's going to have a keeper. He's going to get about 5. Looked like there might have been a mix-up in the backfield, but Dalen Knapp keeps it. He'll go for 5. Brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 33. So nice job there by Dalen, making some yardage out of looked like nothing there for a minute.
Yeah, and I didn't really catch what happened in the backfield, but there were Falcon players back there disrupting the play, and that's not a good start.
So under center once again is Dalen Knapp. Going to be a handoff right up the middle, and breaks out to us outside. Austin Breidenbach across the 45, the 50, 45, 40, down the north sideline, and he's going to get it down into Falcon territory, as he is finally going to be brought down inside the 30.
Well, that didn't look like he was going to go anywhere, and all of a sudden he just broke into the open and took off.
So nice job there by Austin Breidenbach as he broke it. And they're going to place it at about the 31-yard line. So nice job by Breidenbach. He's picking up where he left off last week.
Yeah, nice 36-yard scamper.
Going to be a handoff to Tate Kimball around this left side. Cuts it back up into the middle. And he's going to get about 5 down to the 26. So nice job by Tate Kimball. Always has his head up and looking for those holes, and does a nice job every time. So they'll bring up they're going to mark it back a little bit more, like a 2nd and 6 from the 27. Full house backfield once again. Going to hand off to Kimball on the right side. Finds kind of a hole, and then he is going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 2. Adrian Marquez comes into the game for the Mustangs, as John Hochnaudel will come to the sidelines. Dalen Knapp heads back into the huddle. So that'll bring up about a 3rd and 4 from the 25 for the Mustangs here on their second drive of the first quarter. 2 wide receivers. Knapp rolls out to his left, pass downfield, and that pass is going to be caught at the 10 by Marquez, and into the end zone is Adrian Marquez for the Fort Morgan touchdown with 6:21 to go here in the first period. Puts the Mustangs up 6-0. What a beautiful pass there. Had a defender jump up and try to get the ball, but was just out of his reach and into the hands of Marquez, who had just come into the game, and he takes it in from about 10 yards out and puts the Mustangs up 6-0.
Yeah, he gambled on that and he missed. And probably at that position of the field, you got to be going for the tackle rather than the ball.
And the PAT is no good. So with 6:21 to go here in this first period of play, the Mustangs up 6-0 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan, the Mustangs have just gone up on the Falcons on a 25-yard pass to Adrian Marquez. Looks like Trey McBride kicking off tonight for the Mustangs. Nice kick as it goes to about the 10, 15, 20 up the middle, 25, and that's as far as the punt returner is going to get.
Jimmy Cowler got a nice tackle on that. He just came in and timed it right, and the guy tried to juke him and got a good block or tackle there. So
Caleb Sparks, a 6-foot senior, was on the man on the return.
So a little better field position for Falcon this time, 5 yards farther up. Let's see if they can get anything going or whether the Mustangs continue to shut them down.
So 1st and 10 from the 25 as they pitch out to the right side. He gets the corner out across the 30 and knocked out of bounds. Number 9, Landon Martinez. on that carry. Gets it out about, see where they're going to mark it out, about the 31, so a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4 for Falcon.
For you folks at home, Falcons wearing white jerseys with little stenciled numbers that are very hard to read.
Snap and handoff up the middle, and they will be right at the 35-yard line. If they mark it there, it looks like it'll be enough for the first down.
And another running back on that, 43. 43 is Alexa. No, that's wrong.
Colin Camp. So 1st and 10 from the 35. Flex formation, handoff right up the middle, and not much there, as they're going to mark it out probably to the 37-yard line, a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8.
43 again. Camp.
So 2nd and 8 from the 37 for Falcon. As they send one receiver wide left, Jalen Hernandez. Now they're going to send the man in motion, Carlos Hamada, and hand off right up the middle, and they're going to break the run down the 50, the 45, the 40. Tate Kimball, last man at tackle, and he did bring down the runner. But a nice job there as Colin Camp breaks the tackles and gets it down into Mustang territory, clear down to the Mustang 30-yard line.
Scamper of 33 yards there for Camp that time. He just kind of broke through, and no one really got him, and probably should have backed off a little bit and let one of his blockers downfield come and get Tate, but you never know that when you're running, what's behind you.
Yep, so flex formation once again for Falcon as they send the man in motion once again left. They're going to pitch it back to Hamada, and he's going to be turned back upfield. Now there's going to be a flag in the backfield. Looks like maybe holding out there against that Cade Bulis back there, or is that Tate? I can't see who it is.
That's 25.
Cade Bulis, and that was a hold on Falcon. So that will bring that.
Yeah, good defensive play by Bulis to turn the play back in, and then the receiver juked in, and then as he went to go, I don't know if it was a block in the back or a hold or what, but certainly wasn't legal and gave the kid a great advantage, so the ball's going back.
Right, in high school, it's from the spot of the foul, and they were about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So this is going to put it clear back to the 44-yard line.
And that's a good break for the Mustangs. Allow them to stop this deep penetration into their territory.
So 1st and 23 from the 44. Snap going to be kept by the quarterback. He's going to get down to about the 40, so it's going to be a gain of 4 down to the 40. So they'll bring up a 2nd down and 19 from the 40-yard line as the first down marker sits down at the 20.
So a good start to that 1st and 24 series to hold them just to 4.
So we'll give that a 2nd and 20. Man in motion, they're going to pitch it out to the right, out on the right side, cuts it back up the middle, and nice job by Jorge Ramos.
Yeah, an excellent job.
As he takes the runner down at the 37-yard line. So a gain of 3, so I'll bring up a 3rd and 17. From the 37.
And they're sticking to their option. They only threw the one pass, and that didn't really work out for them. And I think on 3rd and forever, you might see them try and throw a pass, or at least do some play action and see what they can get.
So got Hernandez, but to the right, it's going to be a pitch out in the backfield. Dropped on the ground, though, and running back across the midfield and brought down. We have a flag back here about the 32-yard line.
Right where you see holes, so I'm guessing that it's going to be declined.
But the pitch back was dropped, then he picked it up and ran it clear back, marking just shy of the 50 at about the Mustang 49, but we'll see what the penalty is. Chop block, and they'll surely they'll decline this. So that'll bring up 4th down and
29.
Thank you.
Boy, they run by committee, though. That's their 5th running back. That one was Ahamada.
They say he's 5'5", 155-pound running back. So Kimball deep back out about the 10 for the Mustangs. With 2:54 and counting here in the first period. High kick over on the right side. It's going to bounce and go out of bounds.
It goes out of bounds.
And we'll see. It looks like it was about the, let's say, the 13-yard line.
It is spotted at the 13. The Mustangs will have it there. First down
Fort Morgan Mustangs with their 3rd possession with 2:48 to go.
Worst field position for the Mustangs. They started at 31 first time, 28 the second time, and now back to the 13. But last time started at the 28. It only took 5 plays, and they were in the west end zone.
So I backfield behind Knapp. That's a bit wide right. Marquez to the left. Going to be a handoff to Keith Kimball, but he's going to be hit in the maybe at the line of scrimmage. So it looks like a no gain. 2nd and 10. Mustangs.
Kind of like Coach said in the pregame, they run like a 3-6, and each time one of those linebackers are blitzing, and a couple times those linebackers have been back in the backfield to tackle us before we even get the play started.
So I formation once again for the Mustangs. Kimball is the deep back. Knapp throws. Oh, it's going to be picked off at the 15 and taken down on the far sideline by McBride. But Dalen Knapp threw that right to that defender out there. So turnover here by the Mustangs with 2:09 to go here.
And that was a poor read by Dalen because on the other side he had Marquez, and there's in single coverage, and the guy was 10 yards back. If he would have just done a quick out to Marquez, that would have gotten there for sure.
So 1st and
10 at the 5 or 6, huh?
First goal at the 6, and handoff up the middle, and not much there. They're saying they fumbled the ball. And
stacked up right at the line of scrimmage.
That brings up 2nd down.
I think that was 6, but I didn't really catch. I'll give it a 6.
So 2nd and goal from the 7.
Oh, so he lost one, huh?
Mustang defense was stout on that possession. Man in motion right to left. Going to be a pitch out to the left and going to be brought down just inside the 5-yard line. But that will bring up 3rd and goal after a gain of 2 from the 5.
Just inside the 5. 3rd down and goal.
So that was number 26 on that run.
I think so. Another running back.
No,
Nico.
we'll call him.
Nastrosa.
I think we'll call him Nico. So 3rd down, 3rd and goal here for Falcon from the 5. As a back move.
Oh. As a coach, you just absolutely hate that.
Camp took off a count too soon. Maybe even more than a count because the line hadn't even moved yet. So it's still 3rd down, but that'll send it back. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10. With under a minute to go, 44 seconds left here in the first period as the Mustangs are up 6-0. On a Marquez reception and pass reception into the end zone. Under center once again in the flex formation. Going to be a pass over the left side, and that is going to be incomplete. I thought maybe it had been knocked down, but apparently it did get through, but was dropped out there on the left flat. So that will bring up a 4th and goal with 23.5 seconds to go here in this first period.
So far, the Mustangs dodging that bullet. It doesn't look like they're going to kick, so maybe they don't have a extra point kicker either. It's not much more than an extra point at this point.
So 4th and goal here. See if the Mustangs can keep the Falcons out of the end zone. Have one receiver to the right, Landon Martinez. Under center is Littlejohn as he looks over the defense, and he drops back over the middle, and that they're going to call. They got a flag thrown in the end zone, so I'm afraid that's
holding. I think
going to be holding or pass interference.
One knows that he kind of tried to cut him off, and
Angelo Rivera. Pass interference on Fort Morgan.
So I think that's an automatic first down. I'm not sure.
Pass interference on the Mustang.
I don't.
Maybe not. It'd be interesting. They've changed the rules
Still
quite a
fourth
bit.
down. I see the ref still showing fourth. So it'll be 4th and 5, though. 4th and goal from the 5.
First down and goal.
That is, if you're as tall as they are, you line up inside and don't let them inside. And if they want to try and throw the fade, you play defense on.
So handoff up the middle, and that is going to be stopped just inside the 5. So that was 4th down for the Falcons.
Bush on the carry.
I think that was Bush, number 40.
So nice job there by the Fort Morgan Mustangs
Mustangs take over on down.
as they hold out the Falcons as they started that drive just from their from the Fort Morgan 7.
So Fort Morgan getting the ball on the 4-yard line.
So we'll see. So 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the 4. With 15.1 seconds left here in the first period. The Mustangs up 6-0. Full house backfield for the Mustangs, and everybody's coming for the Falcons as they get it out maybe to the 5. So that will be the last play of this first period as the Mustangs lead it 6-0 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Legion Field in Fort Morgan. Missed a sponsor here as the first Morgan score of the game was brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank, a bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. They're on the cutting edge of banking. Stop by 321 Ensign and see what options they have available. For Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference. So a nice crowd here at the Legion Field here for the home opener. As Mustangs will have it 2nd and 8 from their calling it the 6. So we have a flag before it gets started here.
It's procedure.
Procedure on Fort Morgan. I read the refs with his fingers. It looked like it was Breidenbach on the movement.
Those are the things you can't have when you're in the shadow of your own goal line.
So back to about, they're going to call it 2nd and 11. From the 3.
A good crowd out here tonight. Stands pretty well filled. Not very well on the Falcon side.
The full house backfield for the Mustangs. Knapp under center, turns and hands it off, has a little opening over the left side, and that is going to be Tate Kimball. He gets it out to the 6. So that will bring up a
6-yard line.
third and 8 from the 6. So not a lot of running room there for the Mustangs. That number 60 up front there for Falcons. No, he looks big. They say he's 6 foot 190, but he looks just a little bit bigger than that. Knapp rolls out to his right. Now he's going to be hounded. He's going to take off to the to his right side, and he is going to come up short, I believe, of the first down. So that will bring up 3rd down.
They're going to end up giving a short field to Falcon.
Coach Chisholm not happy about something out there.
Made it out to the 11 for 5 yards.
So 4th and 2 from the 11. As the Mustangs set to punt, and I can't really see who the receivers are back here for the Falcons. They need black numbers on those shirts. Nice punt there by Kimball out to the 50-yard line, 45, and going to be brought down
with a horse collar by Trey. And another 15 yards is going to be added on to that, unfortunately. Not really that he meant to do that. You go to grab a guy and you get his shirt, and, you know, if it just catches some shoulder pad too, then it's just unfortunate.
So personal foul. Something
no, it's the other team.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I don't know what
I don't know
two
what
hands
that
together mean. We'll see. Maybe the announcers know.
That's not targeting. I don't think. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be
benefits the Mustangs. That's all that matters.
So it'll be 1st and 10 as that sets the Falcons back to their own 40. As they set up in their flex defense, handoff over on the left side. And that, again, I believe is Camp once again for about a 2-yard gain out to the 42. So 2nd and 8 from the 42. So we'll see what the Falcons do here if they want to continue with their, as I think the coach called it, playing offense in a closet. It was just real tight formation as they send a man in motion. It's going to be handoff up the middle, and he fumbles the ball, and it looks like Fort Morgan may have got on it.
52 from Falcons says nah, it's ours. 43 again.
Camp on the carry.
Camp. So kind of a little bit of consistency there.
So they'll bring up a 3rd down and just outside of the 35. So it's a long 4. 3rd and 4 from the 45-yard line as they send a man wide right, flex formation. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, and he is going to be just short. Big hit there.
He got stonewalled by 14.
Jimmy Keller.
Jimmy Keller again. Man, he's having a good season, but that makes it close enough that maybe Falcon's going to try for it because he did get all the way down to where there's just 1 yard from the a little less than a yard.
Yeah.
And if you're a running team, you got to believe that you can do it, but looks like maybe 3's dropping back to punt. Might be a time where they do a fake too, so.
And you would think, see if they can draw them off sides maybe. If you're going to do that, you'd think they wouldn't be in the punt formation, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be a short snap. But 4th and 1 from the 49. That was a short snap to number 2. 45. The 40 is going to be a pick. And there's going to be a flag back here. So I think it's going to come back. I think there was a hold out there on that right end. As he did make enough for the 1st down, but I believe it will be coming back. I don't want to be too premature here, but chop block once again. That's the 2nd one tonight. So that will send them back. So that will be 4th down once again.
And this time it'll be 4th and 16.
So I don't know if he's over there trying to explain to the ref what he's doing, or was that number 6 was over there talking to the ref. That is Carlos Humada, and that will mark it back to the 33-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 33.
So about 4th and 17. So big mistake there.
It's hard to tell whether he would have made it without that chop block, but I'm thinking he would have. And, you know, the Falcon coach pulling his hair out too, just like Chisholm is.
Yeah. So this time it'll be a bad snap. It's bounced and run out to the side, but does punt the ball. It's going to be picked up. I don't know I don't think he got on it. Kimball never got on it. I think the Falcons ended up with the ball. Yeah, he did. Got Pete Kimball with the muff. He kind of got it between hops, and it kind of went between his legs, and he never did get on it. And the Falcons went down and jumped on the ball, so it will be their first down and 10 from the 32-yard line.
And defensive coach Josh Langford cannot like that sort of thing, letting the offense have the ball down deep in your territory on should be a common sense thing that when the ball is bouncing and you can't get a clean catch on it, to just back away from it. But we'll see whether Fort Morgan pays.
So under center once again is Littlejohn as he looks down the right side, pass down the right side, and it's just out of the reach of his intended receiver. I thought he'd let him way too far, but it was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Well, he's thrown into that wind, and he threw it nice and high. That was actually a lot closer than Fort Morgan wanted to deal with.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 32 on that incomplete pass as they tried to hit the receiver down that sideline. See, this is going to be Jalen Hernandez out here split wide left. It's going to be a keeper right now up the middle. So he goes around that right side, and he is going to get down to about just inside the 30, it looks like. So it'll be 3rd and 7 from about the 29-yard line. So nice job here by the Mustangs after the muffed punt. Muffed receiver, I guess is what it would be, by Tate Kimball.
Well, let's just go with mistake.
Mistake. We'll go with mistake by Tate on that punt. So 7:05 to go, second period. Man in motion is going to set in the backfield. Now they're going to throw the flag. Movement on the Falcons. That'll set them back 5. So they'll bring up a 3rd and 12. So kind of a mistake-filled game here on both sides. Second game of the season. Fort Morgan looked, a lot sharper than last week than they are this week, but a lot different team than they saw last week, that's for sure. So 3rd and 12 from the 34. Send a man in motion, a pitch back around that right side, and he has hit about the 35, and he is going to get clear down inside the 30, it looks like. We'll see where they finally end up marking it.
Yep, that was nice run.
Get it down inside the...
I did not catch who ran that.
Might have been that 26.
He's going out. It seems like
Nico.
they go out after they run.
So that'll bring up a 4th and 7 from the 29. So one receiver split wide left. Flex formation still for the Falcons. It's going to be a keeper up the middle, and he's going to come up short of the first down. So it'll be a turnover on downs for the Mustangs. So nice job there by the defense. Falcons could not take advantage of the Mustang mistake. So with 5:51 to go here in the second period, the Mustangs will take over.
Yeah, the Mustangs escaping right now from their mistakes. The ball game could certainly be a lot different than 6-0 right now.
So 1st and 10 from their own 24. Two backs, hand off to the first back up the middle. And not much there. He gets it across the 25 out to about the 27. Looks like a gain of 3. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7.
Breidenbach seeming to get the lion's share of the carry so far. Six of the 11 times they've ran.
So 2nd and 7, a handoff to Tate Kimball over this left side. He gets it out to the 30. So gets a couple of yards there. So still 3rd down though, and about 4. So another 3-yard gain there by the Mustangs.
Like to see one of them break through and have some open running. It's Falcons certainly up on the line tight. With that 3-6 we talked about, they've got 9 up in the box and just the 2 safeties. If you can break through there, you ought to be able to get some.
So I formation for the Mustangs. Marquez split wide left. McBride to the right. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And broken by Austin Breidenbach as he is going to be out close to midfield. Nice job there by Austin Breidenbach on that inside handoff as he is going to take it out to the 48-yard line. So an 18-yard run there by Austin as they found a hole up the middle.
And on that play, they had to respect our pass, and they had 2 guys out on each of our split receivers. And, so now we've got 9 against their 7, and we've got the advantage.
So handoff to Kimball over that left side, tries to bounce outside, hit hard initially, and then broke it out, but hit again at the 50. So that's going to be a gain of 2 for Tate Kimball. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs as we're down to 4 minutes to go here in this first half of play with the Mustangs up 6-0 on a 25-yard pass play from Dalen Knapp to Adrian Marquez.
And I think this is working out just fine for us if we can maintain this drive and use up those 4 minutes and score right before half. That'll be a good way to end the half for the Mustangs.
So I formation, and Kimball moved. I saw him just flinch in that backfield, so that's going to set him back 5. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 13 from the Mustang 45-yard line.
Yeah. They just get done saying how they need to do what they need to do to end the half good, and then they set themselves back and make it that much harder on themselves.
So Breidenbach comes to the sideline. They've got Dawson Frick in, Adrian Marquez, and McBride as receivers on the right side. It's going to be a handoff to Tate Kimball on the draw play, as he's going to get maybe his 4 yards back out to the 48. So that will bring up 3rd and 10 now after they got that 5 yards back.
And he kind of saw one guy off to his left, and he cut back to the right, and there were 4 of them waiting for him. So sometimes you don't want to cut back when there's only one guy to beat on your side.
So 2:45 and counting here. McBride goes to the right, Marquez left. I formation for the Mustangs. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Austin Breidenbach as he cuts it and breaks it down inside the 40-yard line as he gets it down to about the 37. So nice job by that Fort Morgan offensive line. Open up that hole for Breidenbach as he gets it down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs.
And he's having a good game as she looks like it might be having a little trouble with that, but he got it fixed. Yeah, can't be happier for Austin Breidenbach. He's been doing his duty playing wherever they want all 3 years, and now he's finally getting shine a little bit.
So Dawson Frick split wide right, I formation once again for the Mustangs. Hand off to Kimball over that left side. He gets it down inside the 35, down to the 30, about the 31. So gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Mustangs from the 31.
And that middle softening up. Of course, they put 69 back in. 69 for them is Esteban Velasquez, a senior, 5'9", 295. I imagine his nickname's the bowling ball. Yeah. I'm not sure. He looks kind of like one out there.
So 2nd down, handoff to Kimball over that left side again. Cracks it up the middle, and he will be down enough for the 1st down as he gets it down to the 25. So a run of 6 there by Kimball as he gets the 1st down. So it'll be 1st down Fort Morgan with 1:37 to go here in the first half.
So now maybe a little bit of urgency as they use the time up quickly
because they still have their timeouts. Handoff to Breidenbach over this right side. Has it down to the 25, to the 20, the 15, and ridden out of bounds. So nice job to get out of bounds and stop that clock because they're going to be just short, I believe, of the 1st down. No, let's see. What are they marking him at? They're marking him
Yep, first
It's
down.
got to be a first down just inside the 15. So a nice 10-yard run there by Austin. So 1st and 10. Mustangs with 1:18. Breidenbach and Kimball in the backfield. McBride to the right, Marquez left. And it's going to be a handoff to T. Kimball on that left side. Dukes around. He's going to be down inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And they let the clock continue to run. So that'll bring up about a 2nd and 3 from the 8 from the 7. I formation once again for the Mustangs. It's going to be a lob pass. Oh, it's going to be a pass to Cade Bulis into the end zone for the touchdown with 42.8 seconds left to go. The Mustangs up 12-0 on a 8-yard pass from Dalen Knapp to Cade Bulis.
Boy, that's where the running game sets up that passing game. No one would have thought they were going to sneak a tight end into the end zone there and, marching down trying to waste that time, and boom.
Yep.
Mustangs, great play, nice pass.
So with 42.8 seconds, they go up 12-0. The snap back, the kick up, and this time it is good for the PAT. We'll wait for that cannon to go off here in a minute. But that puts the Mustangs up now 13-0 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at the Legion Field, the Mustangs have gone up now 13-0 after a 8-yard pass from Dalen Knapp to Cade Bulis. And the PAT was good by John Hochnader. So wind up to kick off the Mustangs. McBride puts his foot into it. Nice deep kick as it's going to come down to about the 5, 10, the 15, up the middle, the 20, and it slips down at about the 25-yard line. I believe that was Jalen Hernandez. So we'll see how aggressive Falcon will be. They will get the ball to start the second half. So 37 seconds left.
Yeah, unless they have some passing that they haven't shown, I don't know whether you're going to want to throw that up there. Who was that, Lombardi, Coach Lombardi, that said there's 3 things that can happen and 2 of them are bad?
Yeah.
In high school football, unless you have a really good quarterback, that's very true.
So flex formation, 37 seconds left here in the first half. Going to be a keeper on that right side. Now he's going to pitch it around that right side and brought down short of the first down on that far sideline, kept in bounds, so the clock runs. Let's see if we can tell. Now they're going to call a timeout. So we'll see how far he got out there. It's going to bring up a second down. Is that 2nd and 2?
Yep. I think that was Martinez on the run. I'm not sure.
As they get it up to the 31-yard line.
A lot of good games going on, not only in our league, some of our league opponents playing, some of our former league opponents playing, but Brush not playing tonight, but a tough game tomorrow against Lamar. So a lot of exciting football playing across the state today.
Yeah, I believe Weldon Valley, they played this afternoon at 3:30. I don't know how that game come out, but
they played Otis.
Yeah, the head coach over there now is John Morgan.
Oh, yeah, John Morgan from Fort Morgan.
Yep. And
coached a long time here.
Had got his first win in their first game last week. I don't remember who they played, but they came away with their first win as the Weldon Valley head coach. So congratulations to John Morgan and the Weldon Valley Warriors. So 2nd and 2 with 21 seconds left here. Pass over the middle, and there's going to be a flag, a possible interference at about the 45-yard line. They may want to get this pass defense straightened out before we head into next week as Holy Family comes to town.
Yes, that's very true that Holy Family is going to air it out, and maybe we can hope for a little windy weather by then. Because Otherwise, it's going to be the two games they've been in. They've scored, I think, over 50 one game and over 40 the other.
Yeah, they beat Palisade 52-48. Had 701 yards total offense.
And Palisade plays some defense, so I think we're going to be in for it there defensively. And of course, they give up a lot of offensive points too. They haven't won any game going away, that's for sure.
So that penalty sets it out to the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10. Drop back, and it's heaved down this left sideline and going to be out of bounds with 11 seconds left. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from their own 47.
Well covered down there, double coverage on their tight end, or actually that was their wide receiver, number 3, Jalen Hernandez, a senior.
So flex formation once again for the Falcons as Little John keeps the ball, and he has upended there for no gain. So we'll see if anybody wants to take a timeout. It doesn't look like it, so that should be the last play of this first half, with the Mustangs leading the Falcons 13-0 here on B106 and B106.com. Go ahead, and McBride puts his foot into it, and it's going to go over on that far sideline about the 12, across the 15, the 20, 25, and hit hard out about the 27-yard line, and then gang tackled and driven back to about the 24. But the Falcons will have first possession here to start this second half, as they're going to take it out to about the 28, it looks like. So 1st and 10 Falcons.
Couple last quick scores. Wiggins being beaten by Platte Canyon 24-0, and Weldon Valley and Coach John Morgan losing to Otis 33-7 earlier today. So his first losses.
1-1 as a head coach. So flex formation for the Falcons as he is hit hard. Ball on the ground, and I believe the Fort Morgan Mustangs have jumped on it. Nate Cage in there to disrupt that handoff, and the ball hits the ground, and Fort Morgan gets on top of it. So Fort Morgan with a short field here now, as it will be 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 27-yard line.
And if they score here, we'll be able to hear the hiss of the air going out of the Falcons over on the other side. What a great break for Fort Morgan. A great defensive play to hit them hard enough and knock that ball loose.
Nate Cage got back in there and disrupted that. So I formation for the Mustangs. McBride split wide right. Going to be a handoff to Kimball over that left side. He breaks it down inside the 20. Drags a player clear down to the 15. He drug a player there for about 5 yards. And that will be enough for the first down.
Pulled down by Torres. 15-yard line. That's a Mustang.
So down to the 15. So it'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 15. Beulah lines up as a tight end on the right side. McBride wide right, Marquez to the left. I formation is going to be handed off to Breidenbach, and he busts it down to about the 11. So it looks like it's going to be a gain of 4. I think he might have more than that, but he was wrapped up there and taken down.
Yeah, he just had to kind of spin around to get going on that one. Got hit, near the line, and able to keep his feet and spin and make some positive yardage out of the play after first contact.
So McBride right, Marquez to the left, I formation. Breidenbach the lead back, followed up by Tate Kimball. Nap under center is going to be to Kimball on the left side, and he's hit in the backfield, and he'll drive him back for about a, let's see if it's going to be about a yard loss. See where they put it. It looks like it's about the 12, so it'll bring up 3rd and 7.
That's the thing about blitzing, on a defense like they run. If you guess right on your blitz, you get in there, and that time had 2 guys on tape just as he was getting the ball. Other times they blitz and they're on the wrong side of the ball, and Breidenbach's running down the field.
So 3rd and 7 from the 12. McBride split wide right. Mustangs would be nice to be able to pick this up. Just play action, play over to the far corner, and no.
Oh, wow.
They call no flag as they get tangled up in the far northeast corner.
Well, finally one of his passes does hit the ground. Incomplete. trips, Marquez tripping over the shorter defender as the defender ran right in front of him and kept him from progressing to where the ball was going to be. Officials feeling that maybe the defender was trying to get position for the ball.
So this will bring up a 4th and 7 from the 12 as Knapp heads back into the huddle for the Mustangs.
Here's where we really miss Franny, because last year it would have been a given 3 points, and let's line up for the kickoff.
So McBride's split wide right. It's going to be a play action as he pulls it down across the 10, gets it down to the 5. It should be enough. Let's see if it's enough for the first down. It should be. He's declared to the 5.
They're going to have to measure that one. I think that is really close. But nice effort by Dalen Knapp.
On the keeper. We'll see.
At the 5.
Looks like he might just be outside the 5. It's hard to tell. They're going to say he's short.
Just short.
He had to get just inside the 5. So turnover on downs. So the Mustangs come up short on a great opportunity as they get the ball at the 27, but couldn't punch it into the end zone.
Yep, and that's where that blitz helps you, because that one blitz play knocked them back to 3rd and 8 and forced them to try and throw the ball instead of sticking with their game plan.
So 1st and 10 Falcons.
Let's see how they adjusted at half to Fort Morgan's defense.
The keeper over on this left side breaks it out across the 10, across the 15. Nice job there as Littlejohn takes it out across the 15 to about the 16.
Spot at the 20.
As he kind of ran over Tate Kimball. Tate tried to take him down. Littlejohn had a head of steam up there and got a few more yards as he got it out to the 20-yard line.
So you got to remember that all high school kids have pride, and these Falcon kids coming from a program, they've dedicated their program to a former player that died in a drowning accident last year at Mesa.
It's a handoff up the middle for about a gain of 4. And that is going to be Camp again on the carry. So it brings up a 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard gain.
Started at the 23, second
out to the 23.
You know, on that play off to the right or the left side on that last play, that's really the first time that the quarterback's gotten free coming around each pitch, and the pitchman's gotten a little yardage out to the side. But we really need that assignment defense, and that defensive end's got to step up and pop that quarterback every time he comes around.
So receiver split wide right, flex formation for the Falcons, takes off that right side. And I don't know if did he hand that off to...
Yeah, I think he did end up handing it off to
Bush.
Was it Bush in there that time?
I thought I saw Bush over on that side there, but gets a gain out to the 27. So a gain of 4, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 4. So it must be like a gain of 3. Flex formation split wide to the left. It's a keeper again by the quarterback as he looks like he is going to get it out past the 30-yard line, enough for a first down. As the umpires do indicate a first down for the Falcons, a 1st and 10 at the 31.
Definite shift there. They're going back to their veer and running that veer, and he's just following the fullback after he fakes the handoff, so that tight end's going to have to, or the defensive end's going to have to adjust in a little bit, and then that's when he's going to pop it out. And you know, that's the problem with defending against the veer, because they can adjust so well to whatever you try to do to stop them.
So receiver split wide right, put a man in motion, pitch back to the right side as Bulis tries to run him down on that far side and finally drags him out of bounds. But it looks like it will be enough. Let's see where they end up marking him. If it'll be enough for a first down or not. See where they mark him out at. And they do give him the first down. So nice run out there on that right side as they mark it at the 41-yard line. So 10-yard run there for the Falcons.
So just as I said, that defensive end starts coming in a little bit to stop that quarterback run, and then they pop one to the outside.
So receiver split wide right. 7:21 to go here, third period. The Mustangs up 13-0. Man in motion is going to be a handoff to the back up the middle, and not much there. Nice job by the Mustang defense.
Stopped by the left side of the Mustang defensive line.
Pete Kimmel back into the defensive lineup. Isaac Lopez comes out for the Mustangs, a defensive senior for the Mustangs. Pick up 1 for the Falcons, so bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 42. Be the 7th play of this drive as Littlejohn goes under center. Gets the ball. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. And the runner, it looks like that is going to be Bush.
Yep.
Gets it out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. So a gain of 5.
Third and long 4.
Ball at 47.
So Fort Morgan needs to put a stop to this sooner or later, otherwise they're going to be pinned back in a bad position when they do punt, or worse yet, let them score.
So try to hold them here on this third down here with just under 6 minutes to go. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, and
Trey
try to find him there. This ref over here has no idea where he went to. He was marking him across midfield, and he was held short. So we'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and 3 from the 48. So I would guess that the Falcons will, Fort Morgan's looking like they're going to put in their punt return.
Better watch that short snap like last time. It's about the same position, same side of the field and everything.
Just a little bit farther real estate that they have to get. It is a snap back, runs across that right side. Nice punt down the right sideline. Almost hits a Mustang in the back, but it hits about the 20 and rolls dead at the 15-yard line.
That'll be blown down at the 15-yard line. The Mustangs will have it there. First down.
So it will be Mustang ball with 5:01 left to go in this third period. The Mustangs up 13-0, as it will be a 1st and 10
down at the 15
from their own 15. Nine plays on that possession by the Falcons, as they started on their 5, got it out to their own 48. So ran some time off the clock, but didn't score. Handoff up the middle to Breidenbach as he gets it out to the 17, 18-yard line.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
So 2nd and 7, they'll put it at the 18 after that run by Breidenbach.
And I don't know, maybe they don't have a quick out, but they're giving McBride, or whoever comes out here now, 84. There's no one on him. If he ran just out to the sideline, throw the ball to him.
So a handoff to Tate Kimball as he jukes around and gets it out to the 25. And gang tackled out at the 30. So nice run there by Tate Kimball as he takes it from the 18 out to the 30. Nice 12-yard run there by Tate Kimball.
He had to work for it there. He had a little bit of blocking at the beginning, but then he juked and made a lot of guys miss him there.
So Breidenbach's going to come out. Hoeknadel goes in. Dawson Frick was the wide receiver on that last play. I didn't see if he stayed in or not. He has come out. McBride is now split wide right and Marquez to the left. I formation for the Mustangs with Hoeknadel as the lead back. Going to be handoff to Kimball on that left side. And not much there. As they're, I think you had mentioned before, they're pretty much keying on Tate and letting somebody else make the yards for him.
Absolutely. His last run of 12, he's had 2 carries of 12, and every other carry has been under 7. And he's been hit for a loss once, and he's not used to that, but I think he's a gamer. He doesn't really care. He just wants to get the ball and run.
Handoff over this right side, and he breaks it across the 40, gets a lead block out front across the 50. the 45, the 40, and he puts both arms on that ball as he's brought down inside Falcon territory, down to the 38, 37-yard line. So just as we said he wasn't getting much room, he busts it out and gets it down into the positive territory for the Mustangs. So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan.
31 yards there, not quite as long as Breidenbach's 36-yard carry early in the game, but still a very nice run for Tate, and I think, maybe we'll see more of those as we go.
So hand off to Kimball. He tries to cut it back up the middle, and not much there. He might get a yard out of that.
Pushes his way to the 36.
Dawson Frick out. Boston Breidenbach goes back in. Hochbottle comes out. So we'll give him a yard on that. So we'll bring 2nd and 9.
They've kind of gone away from Breidenbach right up the middle. I guess they did a little bit on that drive that ended up stalling, but so far this drive it's been pretty much Tate Kimball.
So 2:30 to go here in the third period. I formation puts McBride in motion right to left. He sets up on the left side. Now looks like I thought maybe Kimball was going to throw it, but he runs it out to that left side and has finally run out of bounds on that far side, just inside the 25.
Yeah, he had no urgency on that one, did he?
No, I thought maybe he was going to try to set up, but I don't believe he's left-handed. And that would be a tough pass for a.
But he punts left-handed, left-footed. He punts with his left foot. Next time you watch him, I was kind of surprised to see that today. So down to the 34, 5 yards on that.
Just inside the about a gain of 2, I think. That was 2nd and 9 from the 36.
Oh yeah, I went the wrong way with my numbers there.
So 3rd and 7 is going to be a handoff to Breidenbach as he goes up the middle. Gets it down inside the 35, down to about let's see if they mark it at the 31 or 32. So it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Mustangs as we're down to 2 minutes in the third period. Got it down to the 32, gain of 2. So 4th and 5 as the Cade Bulis is coming out. I believe he's got a little blood on his forearm, so they'll have to take care of that. They need to get somebody into the game. Dawson Frick will go in for Bulis. So they'll get Cade fixed up here and get that cut taken care of.
Frick splitting out wide.
The Dawson Frick wide right, Marquez to the left. I formation Mustangs. Knapp under center. Going to be a handoff to Kimball over the right side, and he is not going to make it, just barely back to the line of scrimmage. As he is stopped there, like by number 66, Luke Corsten, a 6'2", 250-pound defensive tackle. So turnover on downs with 1:29 left here, third period. With the Mustangs up still 13-0.
And that play just really didn't have much chance of developing. They were going to blitz everybody. They were figuring maybe there was going to be a pass. We've kind of gotten away from the pass, and as long as they're giving us that much room, we almost have to take advantage of it. That's my thought on it.
So wide receiver to the left, flex formation. It's going to be a keeper now pitch into the backfield. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be recovered, I believe, by the Mustangs at the 26. They're going to umpire him, but Fort Morgan comes up with it. Don Hochbottle comes up with the ball. So Fort Morgan forces the turnover and comes up with the ball.
And that's what you do is you hit that quarterback. Even if he's pitching it, you hit him every single time, and that time he made a bad pitch because of it. And great defense there. Fort Morgan's got a good opportunity to put him away now again for about the third time.
So bring up a 1st and 10 from the Falcon 26 with 1:23 to left here in the third period. Mustangs up 13-0. 1st and 10, Fort Morgan. T backfield, McBride tight, and Dylan
hold on to that ball.
Is a hit on that far side. He had dropped back. I think he was looking for McBride or maybe Bulis downfield, but ended up going off to the left side. But he does get a gain of like about 5. Let's see, that was at the 20. There'll be a gain of 5, so bring up a 2nd and 5 from the 21.
Second down and 5. Ball
Good coverage there, looking for Trey releasing as that tight end on the right. But they got a safety covering that tight end. They need to have him be on the inside of the wide receiver to make that safety decide who he's going to cover.
So lined up as the previous play, it's going to be a handoff to Kimball over this right side, and not much running room there. But he will get positive yardage down inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. So we'll give him a gain of 3.
Yeah, on that one, they made a big pile, and then the Fort Morgan line kept pushing and made the pile fall forward for a couple yards.
So 3rd and 2, down to 18 seconds. I don't know if they'll have to run a play or not. Have the 40-second clock. They're going to let the clock run out because now this year in high school football they have a 40-second clock as soon as that play is dead instead of the 25-second clock. So here at the end of 3, the Fort Morgan Mustangs lead the Falcons 13-0 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel with Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field. Home opener for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. We're getting ready to start the 4th period of play with the Mustangs at 13-0. And they have a 3rd and 2 from the Falcon 18. And they come out in the I formation that rides out wide right. Marquez to the left. Breidenbach takes it right up the middle. He gets it down to the 15. And we'll have enough for the first down. So that was a quick hitter right up the middle.
Wow, did you see that line surge? The offensive line just moved the line of scrimmage 5 yards downfield in about 2 seconds. That was awesome. Great blocking.
So they're going to mark them at the, looks like the 12. So 1st and 10 from the 12. Yeah, it looks like they just had they came over to the sideline and had their drink of Red Bull and went out there and just push that defensive line back.
Falcons are making them earn that Red Bull tonight.
So I formation once again, going to be a handoff to Kimball up the middle, and he cuts it into the 5, cuts it over to the left side, and he is going to be into the end zone for the touchdown. Kimball takes it in from 12 yards out. Put the Mustangs up now 19-0 with 11:29 to go here in the contest with the PAT coming up.
And if you told me that at 11 minutes and 29 seconds in the 4th quarter is going to be the first rushing touchdown in a Fort Morgan football game, I think you were kidding with me, but we went to what worked for us in the first half, and I think that pass has got in the back of their mind and now has opened up that running game a little bit.
So John Hognadel in, the kick is up, looks straight down, and it is up and good. So the Mustangs lead it 20-0 here on B106 and B106.com. 20-0 Fort Morgan as Trey McBride has the ball on the tee at the 40, getting ready to kick off to the Falcons. That is going to be a low-line drive. It's going to be taken at the 10, 15, the 20, right up the middle of the field, 25, and out to almost the 30. As we have a flag at the 34-yard line.
Almost thought I saw a second one get thrown in there. Yep, there's a second one that got thrown later. 2 penalties maybe on this one.
So we'll see what.
Maybe the one official said, I haven't thrown a flag all game. I ought to get it out of my pocket, see if it's still there.
Lock in the back on Falcon.
So I can't even say it. A block in the back. I was trying to say both words at the same time.
Yeah.
So block in the back on the Falcons. So that'll send the ball back to the 20.
That's just hard to fathom on a kickoff because you run back and then you turn and you run forward into them. How can you block someone in the back? But obviously they were able to accomplish that and got 1st and 10 on the 20. Let's go defense.
So receiver split wide right, flex formation. Going to be a handoff over that left side. Hit hard and a gain of about 2 out to the 22. So 2nd and 8. Nice job there by defense there. I think he gave Hognadel the credit on the stop. Trying to see if, I don't believe the Falcons even thrown the ball once here in this second half. They have not. So receiver split wide left this time. going to be a run over this left side, over the right side, excuse me. He gets it out to the 25.
Push over the right side.
And that is Bush once again.
Booty on the spot.
Bush is a 5'11", 205-pound senior for the Falcons.
5. Third down and 5.
So 3rd and 5 after that 3-yard run.
Yep, and they're just slowly chewing up that clock. It's their main accomplishment with this type of offense, but like we talked about in the break, they really don't have an offense to score 3 touchdowns in this short a period of time.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 now from the 26 as the clock runs down to 10:05. Pitch into the backfield. It's on the ground again, and they fall on it. So that's about the 3rd time tonight that they've mishandled that pitch. So that's going to be a loss back to the 20. So a 5-yard loss back to the original line of scrimmage. So they'll bring up a 4th and 10 for the Falcons. So run 3 plays and right back to where they were started. So Kimball for the Mustangs stands at his own 45. Snap back. Soccer style run and then a kick. It hits at the 40. Kimball picks it up. 45, 50. In his own territory, 45, and down inside the 45. They're going to mark him out at the Falcon 40.
Pulled down by David.
So good field position for the Mustangs again, and maybe we can put the nail in the coffin and make it 27-0.
So 9:21 left here. Fourth period, 1st and 10, Fort Morgan from the Falcon 40. Falcons had that for exactly 2 minutes on that drive. 4 plays, 3 plays and a punt. So Bryden short somebody.
Short their wide receiver, Frick, or
Marquez. Marquez is going to jump out there. And
there's a flag.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't go within the...
He has to go inside the numbers, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's a shame. Another mental mistake there by the Mustangs.
So they'll bring up a 1st and 15. And I think you have to report at least inside the numbers on the field. So 1st and 15 from the 45.
So they'll probably coach him up on that, because it really wouldn't have mattered whether he ran inside of there and lined up, because I don't think he was part of the play.
I think they were running down on time anyway. That back judge was starting to mark off the time. So I formation once again on that right side. Kimball with the stutter step gets it inside the 45, gets it down to about the 41.
Kimball over the left side.
So it'll be a gain of 4. So 2nd and 11 from the 41 for the Mustangs. Big number 69 into the game for the Falcons. Esteban Velasquez,
a.k.a. the bowling ball. He does a good job, making a big pile there in the middle. They haven't been able to move him out.
High formation once again. It's a handoff over that right side to Breidenbach. He busted down inside the 35 down inside the 20. And he will take it clear down to about the 17-yard line as an inside handoff to Breidenbach. Then he cuts it over the right guard, takes it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 18. So nice job there by that offensive line as Breidenbach found the hole.
Yep, and I was watching, and we did get some movement on that big guy in the middle. The center and guard did a good job of getting him downfield, and that probably opened up that hole.
And that's I believe that's a sophomore we have at the center position this year. It's a keeper play action by Knapp, and it's going to be to McBride about the 10. He takes it to the 5, and he is going to be into the end zone for the touchdown. Trey McBride from Dalen Knapp from 18 yards out makes it 26-0 Fort Morgan with 8:07 to go here in the game with a PAT coming up. So nice.
People see the box score on this game and think, what was Fort Morgan doing? But, that's what happens when you put 9 guys up in the box. We've been talking about how we need to take advantage of that, and we did.
So Hoke Dodler going to be The kick is blocked. I thought they were way off sides coming in there, but 8:07 to go here. The Mustangs up 26-0 on B106 and B106.com.
Student section, the party has began, and this year's been doing nothing to that team, whether that's because they only do push-ups for each score. Push-ups at a time. They might start to look like the rest of the team.
So nice pick off by McBride. Knocked down at the 11, but picked up at the 15, the 20, 25, 30, and finally going to be brought down. Good hard hit there by Trey McBride. He kind of cleaned it up there. A couple of guys were holding his legs. McBride knocked him to the ground there at about the 38-yard line.
And are they putting in some subs now on defense? I see 99 out there. Isaac Lopez.
Well, he's been playing some.
Has he been? Yeah. I just see Trey on the sideline, so I was wondering whether he started to sub a little bit. I don't see Tate in the backfield anymore. Giving some of the younger kids a chance at play.
So 1st and 10 from the 38 at the Falcons' own 38. 7:57 to go here. A handoff up the middle. I believe we have a new quarterback in there, Justin Serrano, a 6 foot, 165-pound junior in at quarterback. And they get a gain of about 4, so they'll bring up 2nd and 6. From the 43.
So both teams substituting a little bit and giving the younger guys a chance to get after it. I don't know if they have a freshman and a JV team that will be playing. It's a long ways to drive for.
I don't know that. I know the C team played yesterday. I'm not sure who they played though. A keeper on that left outside corner now. A pitch back, and that is going to be enough for the first down. Hit over on that left side. Nice job over there. I believe that might have been Luis Garcia. I see Grayson Garver is into the game for the Mustangs also. But that is into Mustang territory at the 46. So 1st and 10 Falcons from the Mustang 46. See if we can see who else is might be in the game for the Mustangs. So wide receiver to the right, flex formation. It's going to be a keeper on that left side once again, pitch back again, and out of bounds on the far side.
Well, I think that this quarterback seems to run the option a little bit better. He's more interested in pitching as he gets downfield, and it kind of reminds me of watching the Air Force Academy player even about 30 years ago, Barry Switzer's Sooners, where they'd kick 20 yards downfield, they'd still pitch that ball.
So there's a gain of 6 down to the 40. So bring up a 2nd and 4. Down to 7:06 left here in the 4th period. And Serrano looks over that play, and it's going to be handed off and dropped for no gain is number 16, Gage Remington, 5'9", 175-pound junior fullback.
They gave him 1 yard on that.
Oh, okay.
Being nice.
So they'll bring up 3rd and 4 from the 39.
Fort Morgan having a somewhat injury-free night. Haven't seen anyone come off. Hopefully they're all healthy by next week when they take on Holy Family.
So 3rd down here. It's a handoff up the middle. And I believe he might be just short of the first down. So that will bring up a 4th and 1 from the up to 37. So a gain of 2 after that short run there. Now we have a number 55 in for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. That is James Moody, junior defensive lineman. So bring up a 4th and 1 for the Falcons. As they're trying to march down the field and get on the scoreboard, and they do hand off over on that left side, and
On the left side.
the runner does get it down inside the 30. See who gets up that pile so we can see a number as he. Number 43.
Camp.
Yeah, Camp is.
So they still got some of their varsity running backs in there. And there's no reason not to. Well, they need to practice and get better.
So 1st and 10 from the 29. Receiver split wide right. Dorian McDowell in for the Falcons. Pitch over here on this right side. Nice job by Bulis to cut it back inside. Still running hard. He's going to break the tackle and go into the end zone, but we have flags at the 25-yard line, also at the 20. So we'll see what the flags are all about as he breaks that into the end zone.
I wonder if there's another chop block. That'd be probably what that sideline judge is calling.
Looks like they will be. Yep, another chop block. That's about what, 4th?
Yeah, third or fourth one called tonight.
So unfortunately for I believe that was number 9 that had run it in, that landed Martinez. But it did not count as they will bring the ball back and set it at the 34-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 34. It's going to be 1st and 14.
So 1st now and 14 from the 34. They got to be a little more sure-handed on that pitch back on that left side as Fort Morgan reads it well. It's going to be a gain of about 4 down to the 30.
Good up at the tackle by Licker out there.
Down to 4:52 and counting here in the game with the Mustangs up 26-0.
On the tackle.
Gain down to the 30, so that was a gain of 4. So
Gain of 3, 2nd down.
bring up 2nd and 10 for the Falcons.
Yep. And they're going to have a long bus ride back to just east of Colorado Springs, now part of Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
That area's really grown up a lot in the last 15 years.
So a keeper on this right side by the quarterback. He gets down inside the 25, pitches it. A nice catch there by the trail man, and that is Landon Martinez. And he'll still be just short of the 1st down, it looks like, as they're going to mark it. Well, let's say I'm watching the far guy on the far side, and I should be watching the guy on the near side as they've marked it at the 19, so that will be a 1st down for the Falcons.
Nice 11-yard run on that pitch. He got about 6 of it himself and then pitched it, and running back got the last 5.
So flex formation once again for the Mustangs. Snap is going to be a keeper on that left side this time as he does pitch it. Runs out of bounds on the far sideline. See who that is. Number 11, Dorian McDowell.
Licker on the tackle. Gain of 3,
16.
2nd down to 7.
I think it's 11. I think it was that Dorian McDowell that on that carry.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It was hard to tell earlier, and as the game progresses, it seems like it's even harder to see those numbers.
So 2nd down and 7. We have a whistle blown here, a stoppage of play. Not sure, they're looking at the clock. They may have started the clock and they shouldn't have. It did go out of bounds. So I think I can think that they're looking down at he's looking at his watch and looking at the far end where the clock is. He does have a mic. I can't hardly hear him. That's the first time I've even remotely heard anything. Just because I'm hearing it in the booth next door.
So they have to put a little time back on the clock.
4:01. It had gone down to about 3:35. So 4:01 back on the clock. Pitch over to this right side. The 15 down to the ball is loose, but ends up going out of bounds. Let's see where they finally marked the ball at.
4.
It rolled out of bounds just inside the 5. It's going to be down to 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line. So first and goal for the Falcons.
Starting defense cheering them on, trying to preserve that shutout, but I don't think they're going to do it.
It's going to be a tough one with 3:53 to go, and only it's first and 5 at the 5. Receiver split wide right, flex formation. As they go back to their old quarterback, number 2, I don't know. Zion Littlejohn into the game. Kind of a slap in the face. You go in and you drive the team down the field to the 5, and then they bring in the original quarterback. So second and goal.
Well, Fort Morgan says, yeah, and he gets 0 yards on it. There's trouble.
So still second and goal from the 4. 3:25 and counting here. Littlejohn under center with the receiver split wide left. Flex formation for the Falcons is a handoff and hit in the backfield. Nice job in the backfield as he is slammed to the ground by 3 Mustangs. Looks like Jimmy Keller,
Yep.
Luis Garcia, and catch who the other one was, but that was a loss.
Loss of 1.
Garcia on the tackle.
Have a loss on this. Now it's third and goal. Nice job here by the Mustangs. Down to 2:45 to go. We're calling it on the 6. So that would have been a loss of 2. As Falcons come to the line of scrimmage. They try to, defense gets lined up here. Littlejohn under center, put a man in motion right to left, and was going to pitch it and almost dropped it. And he is hit hard by Moody. James Moody, a junior linebacker. He meant to pitch it looked like, and I don't know if the guy was there where he was going to pitch to, but it just kind of like he pitched it to himself, and he never got out of his hands.
So that's all the way back, almost. Well, I guess it's a 7, long 7.
So Long had a loss on that play of 1. So now it's fourth and goal from the 7.
And when you're playing against other teams' JV defense, you don't want to drive all the way down there and then stall and not make it on first and 5. That's just going to be demoralizing for them.
So this will be the 14th play of this drive. They started back on their own 38-yard line. So some more of our sponsors here that make these broadcasts possible. AC Ice proudly supports local high school sports throughout northeast Colorado. When you need ice, don't settle for just any old frozen water. Get AC Ice. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. Shine On in Sterling has affordable detailing, and their window tinting will reduce glare and protect your vehicle. Give Shine On in Sterling a call, 580-4345. Hilltop Garage, if you're ever in need of a tow or lock your keys in your vehicle, write this number down and keep it in your vehicle. Maybe you want to keep it on your person. If you lock it in the car, you can't get into your number. 522-5757.
And here we go.
So fourth down here and pass out into the flat. And going to be into the end zone, it looks like, for the touchdown.
Well conceived play there.
So the 14th play of the drive, the Falcons get into the end zone on a 7-yard pass play, pass out into the flat. I don't know, did you catch who that was on that?
I didn't see who it was, but the backfield, they just kind of ran a wheel route out that left side, and Fort Morgan was all worried about the wide receiver who came in and cleared that zone, and he was wide open out there.
So they're going to go for 2.
Remember, they had the ball down earlier and didn't kick the field goal from about 5 yards out, so maybe they don't have an extra point kicker.
So they line up in the flex formation. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. It's going to be a pitch to the back, and he is going to be into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Conversion is good.
So that'll make the score now 26-8.
1:48 left to go in the
Fort
ball.
Morgan with 1:48 left here in the contest.
26, Falcon 8.
And let's hope that's the last time Falcon sees the ball.
See if they want to kick off deep or if they're going to
practice their onside.
Try an onside kick of some type. So we will see what happens here on this kickoff. So 26-8 Fort Morgan with 1:48 left here in the contest. 14 plays to get down into the end zone. So it took them, they started with 7:57, took it down to 1:48.
Fort Morgan's got his hands team in there. You know that when Tate Kimball's 10 yards from the kicker on the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
He's up here.
And McBride up here also. So we'll see what they want to do. It is a line drive over to, nice job over there, and that is Grayson Garver. Nice hands over there by Garver. As that ball will kick right to him, so it'll be a 1st and 10 Fort Morgan with 1:45 left in the contest.
And I'm guessing it's all second team or lower offense as well. Wonder who they'll have run the quarterback. Nope, Kimball's still out there.
So 1:38.
And so is Dalen, so they're going with the starters.
Go with it, so. First and 10 is Knapp to Breidenbach as he trips and goes down. So it'll bring up a down as the clock runs. It doesn't look like the Falcons are wanting to stop the clock. They don't have a play that'll take. Now I hear Breidenbach's limping off here, and then going in for Breidenbach is Angel Abrego, a senior running back for the Mustangs. Also going in is J.P. Hammer as Tate Kimball comes out. So they're going to save their backfield from any further damage as the contest comes to an end here. Down to 1:15. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 38. As Knapp under center. McBride split wide right. Marquez to the left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And I didn't catch who that was. Was that, see if he gets up off
30-something.
Was that might have been Angel Abrego with the carry. So 3rd down and 7 from the 41.
Angel Abrego, what number is he?
He is number 34, I believe. Yep.
Oh, 34. Okay.
So 3rd and 7 with 23 seconds to go. It should be the last play of the game unless the Falcons want to stop the clock if they don't pick up the first down here. It's going to be a handoff once again, and the ball goes.
Oh, Knapp
picks it up. And it looks like they will let the clock run out. So another good night here for the Mustangs, as it looks they will win this one 26-8 over the Falcons. We will be back with the post-game show in 3 minutes on B106 and B106.com. This Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. Well, tonight here at Legion Field, the Fort Morgan Mustangs win it going away basically in this second half. It was 13-0 at halftime. They end up winning at 26-8. The post-game show is also brought to you on Facebook Live. Forgot to mention that. No scoring in the third period. A lot of back and forth up and down the field for both teams, but no points put on the board until the second play of the fourth quarter when Tate Kimball takes it in from 12 yards out. PAT was good, made the score 20-0, as we get into the fourth period. On their next possession for the Mustangs, after a 4 and out for the Falcons, on 3 plays from their own 45-yard line, McBride takes a pass in from 18 yards out. PAT is no good, leaves the score at 26-0 with 8:07 left to go in the contest. Fort Morgan on their next possession, and that made the score 26-0 Fort Morgan, and then the Falcons got on the scoreboard with 1:45 left in the contest and made the score 26-8 with the PAT good as they ran it in from the 2.5-yard line. So nice job by the Mustangs tonight. They go to 2-0 on the season. They will host the Holy Family team next week, as they are off this week. The Holy Family tradition, I don't know if it's a tradition, will continue. The Fort Morgan Mustangs played them 2 years ago at Holy Family in the playoffs, and Fort Morgan was victorious in that contest. So Fort Morgan goes up 2-0 with a nice 26-8 beating of the Falcons, send them back to the Colorado Springs area with their first loss, so they're 1-1. So as I said, the Mustangs will host Holy Family next week. I think Kevin Rohde has a few stats for us from the game.
First of all, the Fort Morgan defense having a good game, holding Falcon to only 1 completion of 7 yards. That's on a touchdown. That was against the JVs, so you can't really blame the starting defense for that. But they did hold Falcon to only 171 yards on 45 carries. Passing, they were 1 completion for 5 attempts, and that was for 7 yards. The Mustangs not getting any interceptions tonight. On the offensive side for Fort Morgan, we've got Dalen Knapp with 5 completions on 7 attempts for 64 yards, 1 interception and 3 touchdowns. Not sure what his quarterback rating would be on that, but he did also run the ball 11 yards on 3 attempts. Tate Campbell caught one of those passes for just 1 yard, but ran 116 yards on 21 carries with the 1 rushing touchdown for the team. Austin Breedenbach ran for 134 yards on 16 carries. Another good night for him. Trey McBride caught 2 passes for a total of 30 yards and the 1 touchdown. Adrian Marquez, 1 catch for 25 yards, touchdown. And Cade Bulis, an 8-yard catch for a touchdown as well. The only other person to get in the books as far as touching the ball and gaining yards was Angel Abrego. He had 1 carry there at the end when Breidenbach came out a little bit gimpy and got 3 yards on that. So the totals for the Mustangs, 5 of 7 on passing for 64 yards with 1 interception and 3 touchdowns, 64 yards, 5 catches, 3 touchdowns receiving, 264 yards rushing on 41 carries. So that works out to be about 6.5 yards per carry, and the 1 touchdown. So total offense, if I can do my math really quick, is going to be 328 yards for the Mustangs against a pretty stout Falcon defense. So I think there's a lot of positives to take away from this, but man, there's a lot of mistakes they're going to have to iron out before they take on the Holy Family team that's going to come in here next week. Like you said, great offense, maybe not as great a defense. So we should be able to score some points on them. But when it comes down to it, it's are we going to be able to slow down or stop that passing game that they have and keep in the game?
That's for sure. We're going to have to pick a player of the game, and that is brought to you by Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving Northeast Colorado. Northeast Colorado, now located in Fort Morgan and Sterling. Stop by and take a test drive. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, or browse our website, transwestchevroletbuick.com.
And I'd say, it's a toss-up for me between Dalen Knapp, who really managed the game well, threw 3 touchdown passes, did have the 1 interception, and he did run the ball 3 times for 11 yards. But I think also Tate Campbell kind of shined with the 1 rushing touchdown and had some breakaways. Breidenbach also. But
maybe we'll stick with Dalen Knapp tonight for our player of the game. Like you said, managed the ball well, managed the game well, got some touchdowns through the air for the Mustangs tonight. So gives the opponent something else to look at as they study film on the next possession or next game coming up for the Mustangs. That'll be next Friday night at 7 o'clock here at Legion Field. So we will be back for that game. The sound engineer and producer for Fort Morgan Mustangs football tonight has been Tristan Reyes. Nice job by Tristan. Julie Garcia has been handling the replay for the station, and nice job by her. For Kevin Rohde, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score tonight, Fort Morgan 26, the Falcons 8. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.